Finance Minister Saab, President, Federation Chamber of Commerce, Ataf Ikram Sheikh Saab, and honorable members of business community, Assalamu alaikum. I am a representative of Pakistan Sugar Mill Association, and I will give you a brief review about this industry. My total slides are just 11, 12, and I will finish my presentation within time allocated to me, so there will be no need to worry about the presentation. Thank you very much. Next slide. Sir, we have 90 sugar mills in Pakistan, out of which 78 are functional. Punjab is contributing 64% towards country's overall sugar production, whereas Sindh is 30% and KPK is 6%. Sugar industry is the second largest agro-based industry in Pakistan, and sugar cane is main raw material of sugar industry. Pakistan is the sixth largest sugar producing country in the world with annual production of 6.5, 6.78 million ton. The third largest is Thailand, and their production is 10 million ton. And I think in my subsequent presentation, you will see we can easily become third largest producer of sugar in the world. Industry has the potential to produce 12 million tons of sugar, against which during last 10 years, 6 million ton on the average has been produced. During recently concluded crushing season, we have produced 6.8 million tons. Sugar industry provides direct employment to thousands of employees, whereas indirectly approximately 1.5 million ton family members are dependent on this industry. Sugar is the main product, whereas molasses, bagasse, and press mud are its byproducts. A number of other important industries are dependent on sugar industry, such as ethanol, steel, cogeneration, power plants, paper mills, cardboards mills, organic plastic, and fertilizer, etc. During last 10 years, Pakistan was the net exporter of sugar. During this period, 4.6 million tons of sugar was exported, worth of billions of dollars, whereas import was just 0.7 million tons. For crushing season 23-24, sugar cane crushed by the mills was 68 million tons, the value of which works out 800 billion rupees. In recent years, country's annual consumption is 6 million tons, the value of which works out 810 billion rupees. Industry provides an import substitution of approximately $4 billion, besides yearly regular export of ethanol for approximately $600 million. During last few years, the area under cultivation, sugarcane cultivation remained at around 1.2 million hectares, and since 2009 and 10, area under cultivation was increased by 30%, whereas increase in production was 125%. This means industry has improved its efficiency, and the growers have improved their yield per acre. For crushing season 2023-24, the sugar production target of federal government was 5.8 million ton, whereas actual production was 6.8 million ton. So industry has produced 1 million ton more over and above the government's target, only because of better yield achieved by the farmers. For crushing season 2023-24, industry has surplus sugar stock of 1.5 million tons, worth of $1 billion as summarized below. When we started last crushing season, we were having carryover stock of 700,000 tons. From sugar cane, we produced 6.72 million tons sugar, and from beet, the target is 85,000 tons. Total stocks available were 7.548 million tons. Our consumption is 6 million tons. So we have a surplus of 1.48 million ton sugar. Industry is foreseeing bumper crop in crushing season 2024-25 coming season, based on which expected sugar production will be around 8 million tons and other surplus of 1.5 million tons worth $1 billion is in the pipeline. Industry produces sugar in 4 months and sells the same in 12 months. Because of no strategic reserves maintained by the federal and provincial governments, a heavy carrying cost is borne by the industry. For crushing season 2023-24, carryover sugar stock were 700,000 tons, on which carryover cost for whole year was approximately 25 billion rupees, which was borne by the sugar industry, a heavy burden on the sugar industry. At present, retail prices of sugar net of sale tax in Pakistan are the lowest in the world, including Brazil, which is the largest sugar producer in the world. Devaluation and constant surplus has created big opportunity and made sugar an export-oriented industry. There is always a misconception and discussed at various forums that sugarcane is a water-intensive crop. Sugarcane is a 12-month crop. If you look at the falling water consumption by crops for per kg output, you will see that it's not a water-intensive crop. Cotton takes 10,000 liters for each kg of production. Groundnut 3,100, rice takes 2,500 to 3,400 liters, whereas sugarcane for full year takes 1,500 to 2,000 liters per kg. Sugar industry contributes approximately 125 billion on account of sale tax to the exchequer, in addition to deposit of billions of rupees as income tax. Now I come to the major issues faced by the sugar industry. The sugar industry is massively over-regulated by the provincial and federal governments. If you look at our cost components, you will find out of 193% of the cost is controlled by the government, which includes announcement of export price of sugarcane, sale tax, minimum wage, EOBI, social security, etc. Industry is left with just 7% to show its efficiency. So this is the only industry in Pakistan which is over-regulated, and I think the industry is feeling suffocation, and it's not working at its real potential. Whenever there is a surplus sugar production in the country, there is no proper mechanism to assess this surplus and take timely decision for exports. In prior years, country lost huge foreign exchange due to late and inadequate export permission given by the federal government. Government takes very late decisions, which results in crash of sugar prices, and sugar mills have to sell its product below cost and suffer heavy losses. In, I think, 2-3 months back, there was the Sugar Advisory Board meeting, which was chaired by Gauhar Ajaz Saab. I requested him that at moment, the international sugar price is $752. You please give us a permission for 300,000 tons. And we undertake that after 3 months, in August, we will import this commodity 300,000 at a lesser cost of $125 per ton. And at that time, the price was 752, and today the price is 570. Yes. बस हाँ
तो हम जो आप क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन होगा वहाँ पे आप प्लीज
सर 2 मिनट. So timely decisions are very important, or there is a potential to increase yield per acre, and the industry can produce 50% more by improving this yield. The sale tax on this product has been increased from 8% to 18% in recent years, and then sugar industry is suffering because of oversupply, the prices are crashed. Then there is a, when industries, then I come to the tax issues. Just for tax. Just 2 minutes. Just. Sir, in order to provide level playing field to tax-compliant sugar mills, increase in FBR revenues and availability of reliable data, the track and trace system has to be continued and implemented successfully. During last 3 years, implementation of track and trace system, FBR's revenue have substantially increased. Sugar being an essential commodity in Pakistan is chargeable to sale tax 18%, whereas in the neighboring country, the sale tax rate is in India 5%. Then there is sugar is a high volume trade with low margin for traders. The supply chain works at 3 stages, which include sugar mill, dealer, wholesaler, retailer. Total volume works out to be approximately 25 trillion. Unfortunately, there is not a single dealer, wholesaler registered who is registered in this regime. According to our research, most of the people from this trade are willing to become part of the tax system, but certain provisions of Income Tax Ordinance and Sale Tax Act are creating barriers which are summarized on the next slide. Sale tax, section 8B of sale tax is a big stumbling block, taking away their cash flow, that is 10% of output. A huge funds are blocked with FBR. Withholding income tax 5% on sugar manufacture is extremely high, which is also a big hurdle. Advanced taxes under section 236GH are also not giving any result. There is no incentive in the industry country to produce more sugar over last year. We suggest 50% rebate on sale tax should be allowed on excess production as compared to last year. The way forward for this industry is complete deregulation of this industry, just like rice. If this is done, the industry has the potential to generate exports of $3 to $4 billion annually with ethanol export after meeting countries' domestic requirement, provided it is completely deregulated. Thank you very much.